Really enjoy watching the Povans over the years. You guys have a fantastic program here. So I was really excited when Mr. Grimm last week came over. Miss Williams and I go way back. We marched Spirit together a long time ago. And so we're great friends, and it's just a thrill to be here. So let's go ahead. Did you guys, let's start off with maybe Remington. Just to kind of get the pitch center. Do you guys have that? Remington concert after you guys do that?
We just call it descending intervals.
Descending intervals, okay, thank you. I know we probably got different terminology that we use, so help me out.
The bass player and
Okay.
got it for the whole band, so you
You
got
guys
to
do
more in there.
one of those home runs or half
We
those?
do top notes and we do yeah, stick it on this chair. I thought he was going to be here tonight, but
And then we go one step down.
Okay, great, thank you. And I'll wait till all the players get going and get Descending intervals, thank you. And then if you're still doing things, that's fine too. 7. Now the first thing I noticed when we breathe in, I always tell my students to use an HO syllable. So if you use HO, just try that one time. HO. It keeps your throat nice and open and relaxed. Now try HE. Do you get as deep of a breath? No. And I always tell my students to use an HO and release the air with the tongue so you get a good first note. Let me hear just the first note. Okay, let's breathe together. Set. Was that a different sound than a second ago? Now let's breathe even deeper and just do the first note one more time. Let's bump up the dynamic to about 25%. Set. Brass players, I'm seeing some of you guys like this with your shoulders up. Tension is kind of our enemy, so you always want to make sure your shoulders are down and nice and relaxed. Let's do this. I want to do a little bit of a breathing exercise with you guys. I want you guys to breathe in 75% with lower air, dark, warm air, and then we're going to do chest air, and then we're going to say sip at the very top. Okay, so we're going to breathe in deep, hold it, then we're going to breathe in some more, and then we're going to sip at the top. Okay, so let's breathe in deep, hold it, let's breathe in the middle chest, the cold air, and then sip at the top. And then exhale. Let's do that one more time. 75% down here, about 23% here, and then the top couple percent is going to be cold air. Let's try that again. Breathe in deep and warm. Hold it. Breathe in the chest. And sip at the top. Exhale. Now let's try that all in one motion, in and out in one motion. Okay, so breathe in. And you just want to let the air flow out. That's going to give you a nice resonant tone. So let's try that again. Breathe in deep. A second ago, when you played your first note, did you breathe in with that deep of a breath? Some of you guys probably, but I'd say probably about half the group just needs to breathe in a little bit deeper. Okay, let's try that again. First note. Breathe in with that type of breath. Set. Let's bring up the volume. Let's have more from our low brass and low reeds, please. Okay, let's try that again. Big air. Set. Good, much nicer sound. Okay, now let's try the exercise descending intervals. Thank you. Okay, the older you get, your brain goes. Sorry. Set. Fantastic posture. You always want to make sure that both feet are flat on the floor out in front. And you don't want to put your feet underneath your chair, because if you do, it's going to create tension in your lower back, and you won't be able to breathe as deep as you really could. So always make sure that your feet are out in front. As you get taller, I know my students, when they come through middle school, they start off really short, and what works good now doesn't work as good when their plates get longer, and you just have to put them out more in front. Make sure that your shoulders are back, and you want to sit with great posture. Like I said, about 90% of you guys have amazing posture. When we did that exercise, would you say that every note you played was with the most incredible sound you could produce? You can answer me, it's not a trick question. Whenever you play the same exercise, like I tell my students, we start off with Remington Concert Act, which is similar to this. Every day we play it. And I tell the students, every day if you have the attitude of I'm going to walk in and play better than I did yesterday, then you're going to just be a phenomenal player, get better than what you are. So make a point to every day that you walk in, try to play better. As you lengthen your instruments, brass players and woodwind players, when you press down different bell combinations and slide positions the further out you go, is that going to require more air or less air? More air, because you're lengthening your instrument. But when we did that exercise a moment ago, the first note had a good, nice resonant sound, and then the lower we want, we kind of backed off the air. So get the air going and really fill up the horns. Let's try that one more time. Same thing, make it better. Sit up nice and tall, edge of the seat. Both feet flat on the floor, out in front. You don't want to create any tension in your lower back. Breathe in with H-O. Set. Make sure that you flip the fingers off the keys, and then brass players, make sure that you're really fast with the finger changes when you change notes, so you don't get that kind of note in between. Trombones, we know just to use our wrist and real fast with the slide positions when we change. What other warm-ups do you guys do normally?
We have ascending.
And it goes up, but stays like,
Same note.
like from the top down.
Okay, let's do ascending intervals. Thank you. Same thing, just going up. Sit up nice and tall, breathe in deeper. Let's increase our volume about 25% from everybody. Okay, set. Play that last note you just played. It's flat from the ensemble, about 20%, so speed up your air.
It goes,
Alright, I'll conduct and you guys play. How does that sound? Okay.
Nobody knows that. You don't know that.
Pardon?
Nobody memorizes that.
not everybody memorizes.
Alright, if not everyone knows it, let's do this. Let's go ahead and pull up a concert A flat scale. Just let's do one octave right now. Concert A flat scale. Choose your octave. Concert A flat scale. We'll do it in half notes, just going up, just the scale. Trumpets, you're going to start on E flat. Same key that Scenes of Wonder is in. Set. Saxophones, altos, you're going to have one flat in your piece. Thank you very much. That's fancy. Oh my gosh. Thanks. All right, let's try that scale again. Now that we know what key we're doing. French horns, you're going to have three flats. B flat, D flat, A flat. What's your A flat? Okay, concert A flat scale again, half notes. Okay, breathe in nice and deep. Set. Crescendo as you ascend. Set. About 20% more low reed, and about 30% more clarinet volume. So just play it, even if you're not sure about the notes. Okay, brass, let's hear you guys at percussion. Half notes, concert A flat scale. Set. Was that a good first note? No. So it's going to be, drop down the jaw, release the air with your tongue. Let's try that again. Breathe in deep, and then just flow the air out. Set. Much better. Trumpets, make sure we open up our teeth more and use faster air, and that'll give us a better tone. Relax the back of your throat, and you'll get a much better tone. Okay, now let's try everybody together in quarter notes. And I want you to think about air flowing through the instrument, crescendo as you ascend, and sitting up nice and tall, edge of the seat, both feet flat on the floor out front. Posture's huge. Quarter notes. Set. So last time I checked in the state of Georgia, how many beats does a quarter note get? One. It's okay. We all count. It's 6. I know it's 6 o'clock at night. I'm kind of on the downward slide. Let's try that again. Quarter notes. This is just to get us thinking. I have those moments too. 1, 2, quarter notes, big air. crescendo as you go up. Okay, set. Make each note twice as loud as the last. Set. Were we together? No. Okay, did I maintain tempo? Okay, let's try that again. So not only do we have to have the lights on, but someone's got to be home too. Let's try that again. 1, 2, set. Let's go ahead and tune. And when you guys tune, does he give you like cents, sharp or flat, or how do you guys normally tune? Okay. Does he give you like 15 cents flat or 20 cents?
It just says sharp, and then he'll just say a little sharp.
Sharp, a little sharp.
Okay, gotcha. Very good. Sharp, about 30 cents. Sure. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, just go down the line. Sharp, 21 cents. Flat, 3 cents. And let's just go down the rows. And then I'll come back up to the first row. Sorry.
Should I play again?
Yes. Flat, 32 cents. Flat, 3 cents. Flat, 11 cents. Flat, 3 cents. Sharp, 2 cents. Sharp, 17 cents. Sharp, 8 cents. Sharp, 25 cents. Whatever you normally tune to in class. Flat, 7 cents. Sharp, 4 cents. Sharp, 35 cents. Sharp, 3 cents. Try that again. Just make your aperture smaller. Sharp, 13 cents. There it is, Sean. Sharp, 34 cents. Sharp, 11 cents. Sharp, 8 cents. Allison. Flat, 13 cents. Flat, 18 cents. Sharp, 3 cents. Flat, 6 cents. Flat, 18 cents. Sharp, 11 cents. Flat, 83 cents. Flat, 7 cents. Flat, 1 cent. Flat, 12 cents. Flat, 10 cents. Flat, 7 cents. Flat, 5 cents. Flat, 8 cents. Ethan. Go ahead, too. Whatever you normally tune to in class. Go ahead and play an F sharp with the register key. Sharp, 3 cents. Flat, 40 cents. I usually tune my tugas to F, G, A, B flat. You started on the right note. Da, 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 da. It's open, 1 and 2, second, and then open. Flat 15 cents. Okay, let me hear the first note of your concert A flat scale. Now when we tune everybody, does that mean all your notes are miraculously in tune? No, I wish it was the case. But unfortunately, we gotta listen. Okay, set. First note of your A flat scale. You should be a little bit closer in the pitch. Sammy, we're on the first note of your A flat scale. Set. Now blow faster, more intense air. Better tone. Set. Let's go ahead and start off with Scenes of Wonder. That's why you have this family. All right, I understood you guys only read the once or twice.
Yeah, we split this difference. So one day we went through the second half. But we only did
All right, let's take it at the beginning. Let's just read down the introduction, and then we'll stop and work as we need to. Okay, set. Beginning, please. Roll 1. Ready. Let me hear first the following folks. Let me hear alto saxophones, tenor sax, French horn, trumpets, and trombones. Let's air drill our rhythm. No sound, just air drill. 1, ready, air drill. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, release. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, release. Let me hear those people play that. 1, ready, and set. 2, 16th, da, 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 with a little bit of space. Day, today, it's kind of that impact, even though it's slow. Let's try that again. Same people, same place, beginning. 1, ready, set. Release. oboe, clarinets. Okay. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Ba-da trill. So triplet trill. That's the rhythm. Woodwinds, I'll give you 1, 2, 3, and then come in on the and. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. Release. 2, 3. Okay, now let's do this. Let's get some notes under our fingers. Measure 3. Let's play every note in 3, 4 to the first note of 5 like a quarter note, just to get the notes. Okay, the quarter notes. 1, ready, and set. So all you're gonna do is just go 1, 2. Yeah, we're just playing. We're at measure 3, and I just want to play every note like a quarter note so we can get the right notes first. Okay, let's try that, guys. 1, ready, and set. Clarinets, we're playing every note like a quarter note so we can just get the right notes first. So just 1, 2, 3, quarter. I'm just looking for notes right now. Okay, let's try that again. Brass would be really, most of you guys are being really quiet and attentive. If you don't want to be quiet, that'd be awesome. Because I get really easily distracted. How many of you guys have ADD? I have ADD. When I hear you talking, then I get lost in my train of thought. Okay, so if you don't want to be quiet, that'd be awesome. Okay, woodwinds, let's try that again. Play out. If you make a mistake, that's okay. We'll fix the notes. 1, ready, quarter, notes. Please mark your E flats. Flutes, let's mark our A flats. Okay, so clarinets, the second note of measure 4 is an E flat. Make sure we mark that. Flutes, watch the A flat. And oboes, watch your A flat. Okay, let's try that again. Twice as much sound, woodwinds. 1, ready, and set. Make sure that when you play that the aperture in your opening in your mouth is a little bit smaller so you can use faster to get a clearer tone. If you have a little bit of fuzzy sound, that'll fix that right away. Okay, clarinets, let's hear you guys. 1, ready, and set. First, let's get the right first note. It's a G. Let's hear your G one at a time. Faster, bring the chin up. Good. Okay, all together, clarinets. Ready and set. Your last note of measure 3 is an E flat. E flat. Let's hear that E flat one at a time. Good. Okay, let's play that all together. Clarinets, starting over again. 1, ready and set. Second set of 16th notes, the second note is a B flat. It's a high B flat. Let me hear that B flat one at a time. It's the, in measure 4, the second set of 16th notes, the second note. Yeah. That's it. Or blow really fast air. Yeah, try that again. Sorry. I forget you're not a mind reader. Good. power because he knew I would only use it for evil. If I could read people's minds, I would just mess with them all the time. So God said, yeah, we're not going to give you that power. All right, let me hear flutes, oboes, and clarinets. Let me hear just measure 4 in quarter notes, but a little bit faster. Just measure 4. Roll 1, ready, and set. Nice. Now let's play in 8 notes. 1 and 2, 8 notes, and set. Good. A little bit faster. 1, 2, and ready, and set. Good. Can you crescendo as you ascend up? 1, ready, and set. Good. Now let's play it in time. So in time, it'll be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. So we're just about in time, aren't we? Let's try that. Ready, and set, and. Almost there. We started to slow down on that second set. Let's try that again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. Ready, and set. Good. Very nice. Let's try that again. Make sure it wasn't low. Ready, and set, and. Good. Nice. Okay, so a lot of times when we see 16th notes, we're like, oh, it's so fast, but it's not really that fast at this tempo. Okay, now let me hear low brass, baritone saxophone, and bass clarinet and bassoon, please, at the beginning. Beginning. 1, ready, and set. Rest. 2. Trombones, you have, I'm sorry, I was looking at the euphonium part. Trombones, hang out right now because you have the same thing as trombones. Okay, tubas, bari sax, and do we have a bari sax player here soon? Okay, beginning. 1, ready, and set. Rest. 2. Now, I have fortissimo on my part, and what I heard was probably about a piano. Make sure, I can't see your name, our tuba player, what's your name?
She's new to this.
Cassie? Yeah, I know. And you're doing a fabulous job with just being on tuba. Cassie, let me hear your first note, please. Awesome. All together, let me hear your first note. Bari sax, bassoon, tuba. Ready, and set. So when you guys come in, can you come in twice as loud? Because that was a really nice sound. I could even use a little bit more bassoon sound from Chris. Okay, let's try that. Beginning. Those people. 1, ready, beginning. Rest. 2. So all you have is your rhythm is rest. 2. 3, 1, 2, 3, rest. 2. 3, 1, 2, release. Okay, let's try that. 1, ready, beginning. Rest. 2. And then in measure 2, what's happening is we're just coming a beat late. So it's going to be rest, 2, 3, release, 2, 3, that's your rhythm. Okay, let's try that again. Nice sound though. Ready, and set, rest, 2, release, 2, 3, rest, 2, 1, 2, 3, release, 2, 3. And then at measure 5, what beat will we come in on? We'll come on beat 3. Very good. So write 1 and 2 and on the rest, and then just make sure we come in on 3. When you're sight reading or playing a piece that's fairly new, make sure that you play out with confidence. Even if it's a wrong note, I can fix what I can hear, but if I can't really hear it and you're tentative, then I won't be able to fix it that easily. Okay, so play out. Let's take everyone at the beginning. Let's see if we can pick up a few more notes on this time. Beginning. Everyone's in. 1, ready, and 3. forgot sustained notes. Is the sustained notes the melody? No. So anytime, even though it's a new piece, you always want to make the dynamic that they write for all your music is the dynamic of the melody. It's never the dynamic of the sustained note. So when I always tell my students that, guys, when I work with my band at home, I always ask my students to look me in the eye, whether I'm looking at them directly or not, because that's a sign that they're paying attention. Okay, but if you've got your head turned and not paying attention, then I'm just wasting my time, aren't I? Okay, so just we'll take a break in a little while, but if we can just be quiet and attentive, that would be awesome. The dynamic that they give you is always the dynamic of the melody. So if you don't have melody, I always tell my students to back off one dynamic marking. Okay, so woodwinds, go ahead, write that in at measure 9. We're going to back off the volume just a little bit, and you're going to listen for alto saxophones and French horns because they have the melody. Okay, let me hear it measure 9, alto saxophones and French horns. You guys have the melody, so play out just a little bit more. 1, ready, and set. 1. Rest. First thing I want you to do, grab a pencil, and then at measure 14, French horns, I want you to mark the A flat, which is the third note. Third note is also an A flat. Some of us miss that. Alto saxophones, mark your E flat, please. E flat. Some of us miss that. Now let's air drill for rhythm. French horns, I love that I see 6 French horns over there. And this French horns, you should play 7. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I see you confused me, Megan, when you were.
I was like, wait, I didn't realize what they were.
Okay, I thought I missed it out. Say, you sit with them every day and you don't realize how many's in your section?
Yeah.
No. All right, French horns. You guys should predominate over the alto saxophones. Okay, so whenever you have melody with altos, to get a nice blend, I will need you guys to play out with a lot of power. Okay, altos and French horns. Let's go ahead and air drill, please. No sound. I'll sing horribly because I have a terrible voice and I do apologize for that. Okay, measure 9. Ready? 7, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, 3. Let me hear that much. Measure 9, just through 12. Ready and set. 1. Was that a nice, big, beautiful sound? This is called Scenes of Wonder, right? Okay, so it's not, I wonder what they're going to play, or I wonder if they're going to play the right notes, or I wonder if they're going to play the melody out. It's got to be magnificent. Okay, let's try that again. Measure 9. Play out horns, don't be afraid. Ready and set. 1. Okay, that was much better than what I heard the first time. Now, French horns, can you give me 30% more volume? Yes. Okay, let's try that again. Let it rip. Ready and set. 1. If you missed the first note, that's okay. It's all good. Okay, let's try that again. It's all good. 1. Don't you always love it when your friends call you out on something? Yes. All right, let's try that again. Measure 9. Altos, I love your nice warm sound. Just keep it on. 1. Ready and set. 1. Rest. So we have this same rhythm, the only difference is the notes change. Let me hear the first note of measure 13. Just hold it out. 13, set. Thank you, those who are ready. Hannah and Sammy, we're at the first note of 13. Just hold it out, please. Ready and set. Words, what happened to my body? Play out. You should be louder than the saxophones. Ready and set. Good. Now horns do this. Relax. relax the back of your throat so you can warm up your sound, because this needs a real warm sound, but a big sound. Once again, altos and horns, first note of 13. Set. Good. Play your second note of 13. Ready and set. Good. First note of 14. Ready and set. Next note. Next note. Good. Okay, now let's take, starting at 9, all through there. Horns, when we got to 13, I heard a great sound at 9 through 12, but then at 13, what happened to our volume? We kind of went down because we weren't quite sure about the parts. Just play out. Don't be afraid to play out. Okay, 9, altos and horns. Roll 1, ready and set. 1. Pretty weedy sound. Let's try that again. Play out, horns. 1, ready and set. 1. At 13, we just had a couple of you guys too high in the B flat, but that's all good. You'll get it. Now let's take everybody at measure 9, please. Measure 9, everyone's in. So flutes and clarinets, your volume has to be half of what you just heard. Okay? Okay, 9, everyone's in finally. 1, ready and set. What else is different? Time signature change. We go from 4/4, and then at 27 we go back to what? 3/4. All right, let's hear now trumpets and trombones, please, at 17. Tenor sax, if you can at 13 play out even a little bit louder, please. Okay. Okay, 17 trombones and trumpets. 1, ready and set. 1. Play your very first note and just hold it out. Trumpets use fast air. Open up the back of the throat to get a better tone. Set. Now, if you're doing anything but an E-flat trumpets, I want you to mark that real quick. Trombones, let me hear your D-flat at 17. Ready, set. Good. And trombone, since you're the lowest sound on this part here, I want you to kind of play out. Are there any more trombones or just 2? One more? Okay. Just play it a little bit louder. Okay, trumpets, trombones, let me hear your first note, please. Ready? First note. Trumpets, can we use faster air? Again. Listen down to the trombones. They're playing really well in tune. Ready? Set. Now trumpets, don't play with any edge, so open up the back of the throat and relax. Now let's play it in time. 17 trombones and trumpets. 1, ready, and set. 1. Let's go ahead and air drill the rhythm. 17, 1, ready, air drill, rest. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that again. Trumpets and trombones, 17. Make sure we're counting. 1, ready, and set, 1. When we get to measure 21, when you have the dotted rhythm followed by the 16, put a little bit of space like we talked about at the beginning of the piece. Da, 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 just a little bit of space, much better. Okay, now let's take everyone at measure 9. Measure 9, who should be the loudest people playing here? French horns, all about you guys. All right, okay, measure 9. Yeah, everyone's in. Flutes and clarinet, sorry, it's not about you. Can't always be about us. 1, ready, measure 9. Horns, can we come in with more confidence? Okay, let's try that again. More volume horns. 1, ready, and set. Let's hear everybody air drill at 21, please. Air drilling 21. Trombones, make sure that you always want to have your instruments up under rest several measures before you come in, so that way you don't miss the notes. Okay, 21, everybody air drill your part. 1, ready, air drill. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, da 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 1, 2, 3, da 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, release, 1, 2, 3, fermata. Okay, let's try that in timpani. Make sure we're loud and proud at 27. It's all about you there. Okay, everyone's in. 21, please. 21. 1. Ready and set. Trumpets, make sure we don't come in one beat early at 25. Okay? Let's try that again. 21. Woodwinds, your entrance at 24. 1, 2, and 3. Da 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 dee da 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 dum. So 1 and 2 and 3. Triplet 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. That's the okay, make sure we're cutting that. 22. Come in on the end of 3. Okay, 1, 22, everyone's in. 1, ready and set. My bad, 21. Measure 21, my bad. Old age, bad eyes. 1, ready, 21. Guys, it's really hard for me to talk all the way back. When we get to measure 29, bring out your 16th notes a little bit louder, because the 8th notes are coming across, but just bring the 16th out. Good. Okay, now let's do from the beginning down to there. Let's put it all together. Begin. Set. Let me hear trumpets, trombones, and French horns, alto saxophones beginning. Tenor sax. 1, ready, and set. Trombones, you guys are in. Okay. Da, 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 a little bit of space, more fanfare-ish. 1, ready, and set. Release. Off. 2. So I'll try to do the releases. 1, 2, 3, release. 2, 3, and I think that'll help a little bit better. Okay, so make sure we're subdividing and counting. Everyone's back in. Beginning. Woodwind's much better on these runs. 1, ready, begin. Let me hear alto sax, tenor sax, and French horns at 13, please. 1, ready, 13, rest. And tenor sax, Ethan, you're going to have the exact same rhythm that French horns and altos have. So 14 is 1 and 2, 3. What you're doing is you're playing your third note of 14 like 2 8 notes. And then go ahead, Ethan, while we stop, mark that A flat and measure 14, the second one. The third note is your A flat. Were you delivering another one?
We told me to have it.
Oh, okay.
I was helping.
That was very nice of you.
I'm a nice guy.
But you're like that, aren't you?
Absolutely.
All right, let me hear French horns, tenor sax, altos, and at measure 13, please. 13. 1, ready, and set. 1. Okay, so the rhythm, Ethan, can you hear these guys playing? You have the exact same thing as them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, and 3 and. Okay? Let's take that again. 13 horns, play out. I heard you guys a while ago, but now we're backing off. Play out. 1, ready, and set. 1. Might want to put listen to horns, same part. Saxophones, whoever's got that kind of spitty, just soak it up. Yes, Chris.
I also have that same part, so should I play?
Yes. Anytime that you hear your melody being played, join us. Sorry about that, I missed that. Okay, everybody, starting at measure 9. If we do vibrato on these sustained notes, if it's slightly out of tune, it's going to make it sound better. Okay, so go ahead and do vibrato. Okay, measure 9. Everyone's in. Measure 9, please. 1, ready, and set. Let me hear Tiffany at all percussion at 27, please. All percussion 27. One, ready? One, ready, and set. Yeah, let's start that again. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. So one, ready, and set. So the rhythm at measure 29 is 1 and 2 and 3 and a roll. Let me hear just timpani at 29. Ready, and set, and 1. We're skipping the last note, the C. And 2 and 3 and a. Do just that much. Ready, and set, and 1. Better that time, Brooke. We'll get the rhythm, we'll get the notes. Let's try that again a little bit slower. Ready, and go, and 1. The last beat of 4/16, so the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and a roll. Okay, so the rhythm again is 1. C, F, C, F, C, F, C, F. Let's try that again. Ready? And go, and 1. Just do beat 4. F, C, F, C. Ready? And, I'm sorry, beat 3. Good gosh. Ready? And go, and. Just play F, C, F, C, F. That's slow. F, C, F, C, and then the low F again. That's right. We're missing the third note. It's F, C, F. Do you have that in your part? And then C, Miss Williams? Okay. So F, C, F, C, F. Try that slow. Good. Now play it in 6 and 8 notes. Ready? 8 notes. And. Good. A little bit faster. Ready? And go. And. Good. 2. Ready? And go. And. 2. Ready? And go. And. Good. Now play 1 and 2 and 3 and a 1 in time. Ready? And go. And 1. Try that again. Rest on beat 1. Ready? And go. And 1. Good. Much better. Can you bring out the third note of the 16th so it sounds the same volume as the rest? Awesome. Okay, let's take everybody starting at measure 21, please. 21. Everyone's back in. Sit up nice and tall. With what syllable are you going to breathe in? H-O. And you want to breathe in nice and deep. Fill it from the bottom all the way up so we get a better tone. Okay, 21. Ready? And breathe. probably do it a little bit more dramatically, okay? So just kind of circle that retard. Good, let's keep on going. Okay, measure 31. What concert key signature are we in?
E flat.
Key of E flat. Very good. So flutes, low brass, double reeds. You're going to have in percussion D flat, E flat, A flat. Clarinets, trumpets, tenor sax. We're going to have one flat. We're going to lose some flats. And then saxophones, altos. We go back to F natural. Yes. Yeah, go ahead. All right. Let's take it at measure 31. 31. 1. Ready and set. Let's try that again, and it would probably help if I conducted it before, wouldn't it? Okay, so if you missed that time change like I did, which I'm about to mark, we go into 4/4 time. At measure 34, do you guys all see Adagio Grazioso? Do you guys know what grazioso means? No? Okay, nice try.
Oh, I don't know. That's like crazy.
It means pretty. It means pretty. So you're going to play this part very pretty. Yes.
Okay, so we're supposed to have mute here, but we don't have it. Like the other upper class we have.
Don't worry about it right now. Just play. All right, let's take it at 31. 31. Oh, 1. Ready and set. Very sax. Go ahead and play out a little bit louder. And just soon bring your part up a little bit. Okay. Let's take it at measure 34. 1 and 2 and 3. Not that fast. So ready, 34. Measure 36, and I'll wait till it's quiet, guys. Sammy. Hey guys, I really don't want to call you out for talking, because I'm just used to, in my band classes, we don't talk. And I'm sure Mr. Gribble and Mr. Rudolph, you don't talk in their classes, do you? No. I don't want to call names out, but if we can just really start not talking and paying attention, that'd be fabulous. All right, at 36, if you are not a trumpet player, I want you to write at 36, listen for trumpets, because they have the melody there. And right now we're covering up the melody. At measure 38, if you play, write listen for trombone. If you play at 38, write listen for trombone. Part of the thing about learning a new song is knowing when you're important and knowing when you're not important. At measure 40, write if you play listen for trumpet. Measure 40, listen for trumpet. 42, does anybody know who we're going to listen for? Trombone. All right, so let's try measure 34. Let me hear flutes and clarinets, please. At 34. On one, ready, and set. Okay, let's try that again. One. We're starting at measure 34. One. Ready and set. When we hear the clarinets coming in and then the flutes coming in, is it the same volume? No. You want to match the volume clarinets of whatever the flutes have played. So if they play that soft, then just match their volume when they come in. Because basically what you guys are doing, it's like if you run a race and you hand off the baton to somebody else, they're just handing off the baton and then you hand it back to them. Okay, so make sure we don't drop the baton or make sure we don't like slam it in their hands. And right now we're slamming it in their hands because you're coming in louder, which is good, but you want to match the volume. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, grazioso, pretty. Okay, flutes and clarinets, same place, 34. One, ready, and set. Because you don't want to clip that note short. You want that to kind of blend over into what the clarinets are playing. Clarinet's much better. Watch at 39, the second from last note in the second and third clarinet part, that E flat, watch that. And then first clarinets, let me hear first clarinets at 38, please. One, ready, and set. Watch the E flat, and then also watch that A flat. Pardon?
We haven't got there yet with 44. It's optional whether we rest or play. Do you recommend we play or not play?
Since we got French horns, I would go ahead and not play that part, just because you guys got plenty of horns over here. Okay, let's try that again. First clarinet. Ready and set. Very nice. Make sure that when you go from the E flat to the G, on the second set of eighth notes, that you flick the fingers off the keys at the exact same time. So did you hear how some of the fingers came up out of sequence? That's easy to do. Let me hear second and third clarinets at 38, please. 1, 38, 1, ready, and set. Let's hear first and second clarinets and third clarinets all together at 38. 1, ready, and set. it's all slow. How are you doing? I'm good. All right, let's take everyone at measure 31, please. So now we know who to listen for. Grazioso means what?
Pretty.
Okay, so we want to play pretty. Or down south, pretty. All right. I'll firm up, don't worry. How do you pronounce it?
Well, I was born in Philadelphia,
Uh-huh.
and I was raised most of my life in Georgia, Street, so I'm bilingual.
You're bilingual.
I can speak great different.
All right, let's take it at 31. Everyone's in, please. So you're going to play it pretty or pretty. One part, depending on where you're from. Are you ready? And set. Flutes. 34 was really nice, and then I heard da-da, da-da. Okay, so put in, we do shorthand in our band, put NB for no breath on the bar line. Do you guys do that?
Yes.
Awesome. What do you do in the high school? Nothing? Nothing? All right, let's take it again. 31. French horn. Probably about 30% more volume here at 31. Okay, set. One. Ready? And set. But you gotta think about that, as brass players, if we don't think, then that'll happen. So it's breathe in, H-O, drop down the jaw. Okay, once again, 31. Everyone's in, 31. Ready? And set. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm going to work on everybody. Ready? 1. Okay, now do this for me. I want you to blow really, really fast, intense air. Guys, and we're going back to talking. Yeah, thank you. I want you to think about drilling a hole into this wall. You know the little laser-like pens that you're not supposed to have? So I want you to think about, that probably some of you have, having a laser-like type really fast air. Because you've got the notes, but there's not enough support. Okay, let's try that again. About 40% more volume. 3, 4, 1. Much better. If you'll do this when you get to 37. Sammy, we're going back to talking. Sammy, yes.
They're all films.
So D, if you say D, it arches your tongue, pushes the air faster. Let me hear just 37 trumpets. 1, ready, faster, air. That's it. Just C, A, E flat, E flat, C. Pardon?
Do you want to hold it or do you want to?
No, I want you to play 37 and 80. Sorry, my instructions weren't clear. 1, ready, and set. Okay, now can you give me about 30% more volume? Because that's solo and the whole band has to listen to it. Okay, 1, ready, and set. out that last note of 37 a little bit more volume-wise, just for a little bit of inflection. Good. Everybody's back in. 34. 34. Low reads play out just a little bit. I know we're missing bass clarinet, so I'm probably missing that sound. 1, ready, big breath. And then the other thing is we just came in 1 beat early, that's all. Okay, again, 34th, I know this is new to you guys. Roll 1, ready, and set. on that low G and use faster, it'll sound better too. Clarinets, ready and set. Nice. Altos, ready and set. If you're playing the G, play out a little bit louder. Ready and set. Okay, low Bs, tenor sax, baritone sax, bassoon, 76, tuba. Ready and set. Good. And if tuba, if you can play out even louder. Okay, everybody, last note, please. 76. Ready and set. Horns, I need about 25% more. Okay, again. Last note, because it'll change the way this whole chord sounds. Ready and set. Did you hear a different chord? Sounds pretty cool. All right, guys, let's do this. I've got, what time do you guys have? Okay, 7:30. So we're starting on measure 3. Measure 3. Okay, let's try that again. That's okay. It's all good. Measure 3. Oh, 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Let's do that again. I need a little bit more clarinet sound. Okay. That's all right. 1 and 2 and 3. So make sure that you're counting in your head. 1 and 2 and 3. Triple it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. That's that rhythm. Okay, let's take. I want to go ahead and pull up a different piece. Let's go ahead and get up the March Christmas mode. Oh, I know that. I always teach my marches slow and then that's how we do it. About the step up. All right, before we play this march, I want you guys to hold out. This is in what concert key? Concert B flat. Hold out the first note of a B flat scale for 8 counts at a forte level. Everyone's in? Hold out your first note of a concert B flat scale for 8 counts. Set. Now 12 counts. Set. 16 counts. All in one breath. Set. 20 counts. So breathe deep. You guys can do this. You can do it. Okay, set. Remember we breathe in with what syllable? H-O. So it's going to be fill from the bottom all the way up. Okay, set. 20 counts. Set. How many of you guys made it one breath? Awesome. Now let's go for 24. All right. Okay, so you can do it. Deeper breath. 24 counts. Yep. Okay, set. But flutes, you gotta put your instruments up to the mouth first. Okay, 24 counts, try to make it to the end.
You did 28 last time.
I did what?
28 last time.
Oh, then let's go for 32.
And the band is pumping.
Okay, set. You gotta help the old people out. Okay.
Girls should just keep going back there.
Okay, 32 counts. Set. How many of you guys made it to the end? Awesome. Okay.
Go up so
So,
What else?
okay, so when you guys breathe in, eyes and ears, please. Awesome. Eyes and ears. When you guys breathe in, did you breathe in differently from the 8 count to the 32 count? Yes. Yes. And I tell my students, even if I have one note followed by rest at a pianissimo, Carly, what I usually tell my students is I want them to breathe in that deep for every single note. Because the deeper you breathe, will that improve your tone production? Yes, it will help your tone production. Usually poor tone is a result of a lack of air, whether it's intensity of air, or whether it's focused air, or whether it's just support in general. So I always tell my students to breathe deeply for everything they play. Okay, let's run the march. I'm going to run it down top to bottom. Have you guys run this already? Yes. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let me see where this is at. Let's take it this tempo, under tempo. 1, 2, set. isn't its feet? Still up to the mouth. You always want to freeze for a moment or so before you drop in the ground. How many dynamics did you guys hear?
A lot.
Okay, I heard no dynamics whatsoever throughout the entire piece. If you notice, this piece is full of dynamics. At the trio, there's always usually two things that tend to happen at a trio. Cameron, do you know what those things are that usually happen at a trio? A lot of times the key signature changes. Good. Does it change in this case?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a dynamic change?
Yes.
Yes. So what we need to do is we're going slow enough. Should we be able to catch all the accents? Should we be able to catch all the dynamics? Yes. Because we're going nice and slow. And I always tell my students we learn the march nice and slow so you can pick all those things up. Let me hear everybody. We're going to work our way backwards through this piece. Let's take it at measure 111. Everyone, 111. Style-wise, what is the style of a march? Okay, it's going to be light and detached in a march. The notes, I always tell my students the notes don't like each other, so they don't want to touch each other. So make it nice and light, put space, and you want to make sure that when you have an accent, at measure 111, you guys all have an accent, and all that is a really fast day crescendo. It's just, that's all an accent is. It's a smaller day crescendo, isn't it? So it's just bum, bum, almost like a bell tone. Okay, let's take 111 to the end. 1, 2, ready, and set. Did you hear any crescendo? No. Let's try that again. Start that volume, and each note gets twice as loud as the last. 1, 2, again, more space. Good, let me hear low brass and low reeds. 1, 2, ready, and set. Again, just low brass and low reeds. 1, 2, yeah, you guys are French horns. 1, 2, ready, and set. Good, I'm hearing a little bit of a nice accent from our low reeds. Make sure trombones, bum, bum, it's a fast day crescendo. And did you guys hear much of a crescendo? No, I could use a lot more crescendo from our low brass low reeds. Let's try that again. Because everybody in the band listens down to me. 1, 2, ready, and set. Better, but I need even more accent from the trombones. Let me hear trumpets. 111 to the end. Horns, you'll be next. 1, 2, ready, and set. Okay, and on that F is, the F is just a little bit higher. So use really fast air. Make sure that the bells are up so we're not doing too much lower lip in the mouthpiece. So that way we can hit that F. Okay, once again, trumpets. Accent is just a fast what? Day crescendo. Okay, so let me hear it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, once again. 1, 2, ready, and set. Can you give me, let's hold out that last note. Let me hear the A. Ready, the A. Hold out. We're going to build a chord from the bottom. A, hold it out, please. Ready, and set. Now play twice as loud. Ready, faster, air. Now do the same thing, but open the back of the throat so we get a darker sound. Okay, ready, and set. First trumpets, make sure you use even faster air, more spiraling air, and that'll help open up the back of your throat so we can drop down the jaw and get a better tone. Okay, let me hear, guys, we're going back to talking, which we talked about at the beginning of the rehearsal. Talking just slows down the band progress, yes? Okay. You'll have time to talk after the rehearsal. Let me hear woodwinds, all woodwinds at 111. Accent, crescendo. 1, 2, set. is it in E flat? If you raise up your eyebrows, it's a little trick that you can use to get that in tune. Because if you see me looking surprised at you, it's usually because you're playing out of tune. So I always tell my woodwind instruments, if they play that high E flat, by raising your eyebrow, you'll pull that pitch down. It's a little bit sharp right now. Let me hear clarinets. But what I like flutes is that, in just a minute we'll put it back together. Flutes, what I liked is that I would hear the first two notes had a really nice accent. Okay, clarinets, let's see if you can match their accents. 1, ready, and set. Good, I'm hearing a good accent from the front, but from the... And guys, I think what I'll do is I'll just wait for the talking to stop. Thank you. Clarinets in the back row, more accent, a little bit more separation, okay? And then just play out loud, okay? Because I always need more of that bottom part. Let me hear altos. 1, ready, and set. Everyone in here, did you hear any accent or separation? No? Okay, let's try that again. So just wasn't me. 1, 2, ready, separate. It's better, but make sure, da, 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 it's that effect, and I need more of the bottom part. Once again, 1, ready, and set. Better. Make sure we don't scoop the pitch and go dwa, dwa, but use really fast airs to back that up. French horns. Let's hear you guys. 111. 1, ready, set. First, let's get our first note. Play out. Ready, first note. So in my world, I all have an F. Do you all have an F? Let's try this. Ready, and set. One at a time, Lauren. Play your F. Good, just play loud. It's just a little bit too high. All together, French horns, F, loud, ready, and set. Can you hear at the start of your note? It's what I call white noise. White noise is when your TV station goes off and you hear that shh, that sound that when you fall asleep on the couch, like I do, I tend to do. It drives me nuts. So what I'm hearing is white noise at the start of your note, but what you need is a burst of air to get that note. So, da, so you get a big sound right away. Get rid of that white noise. Let's try that again. First note, set. Nice. Now, did you hear the one person coming late? Okay, let's try that again. Set. That was awesome. Do that again. Ready? Did you hear that one person have that white noise? They didn't have a burst of air. Try that again. Set. Good. Nice sound. Now let's play 111 to the end with that awesome sound. Set. Whenever you guys have repeated notes at 113, what should you automatically do? Yeah, but what else? Crescendo. Anytime you have a repeated note, if you crescendo through it, then it doesn't just kind of be stagnant, it gives some intensity. Da, 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 da. So let's try that again. French horns. Start with a big sound. Oh, 1, 2, ready, and set. Good. Good. And don't worry about cracking that note. Speed the air through it. Let's try that again. Much better. 1 and 2 and ready and set. Good. Did you hear a difference in sound? I heard a much better difference. That last note, should it be louder or softer than the note before? Louder. Okay, so just put a little bit of space. The nature of a French horn instrument is it's going to be harder for your notes to sound shorter just because of the way it's made. Okay, so think about playing a little bit shorter than you need to so that when you're playing a performance hall, you'll have the right note. Okay, did I leave anybody out? Oboes, sorry. I don't want to leave anyone out. Usually this time of night, I'm on my couch, channel surfing. Yes, we are the same. Okay, oboes, 1, 2, ready, and set. Now, can you do this for me? Can you use faster, more intense air? Have you ever seen parents, like when their kids misbehaving? Have you ever seen parents? No, that was not my dad. My dad would embarrass us and yell at us at the top of the lungs no matter where we were in public. And it drove me nuts. I wish my dad was the other way. So I want you to use that fast, intense air. Okay, let's try that again. Speed up your air. Oh, 1, 2, more separation, 7. Much better. Did you hear a better sound? Good. And just put a crescendo and that'll be awesome. Okay, everyone's in 111. So we're going to do fast day crescendos, yes? Separate the notes because the notes don't like each other much. 1, 2, 111, and 7. Okay, let's try that one more time. If I am low brass and low reed at 113, 1 and 2 and 3, or 1. That's the most important part, so bring that up. Measure 113 for flutes. It's really distracting to me when you're blowing in tone holes and you're giggling, because I get distracted very easily. So 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Bring that up. Okay, everyone, once again, 111. Trumpets, a little bit more space, please. 1, 2, every 1 and 7. Flutes, I see half the flutes down and I tube up. Good. Now let's do this. I want you guys to memorize that, and then I want you to turn your stands around and we're going to play it from memory. Those last 4 measures. Just look at it real quick.
Like that.
All right. Okay, playing it. 111. Playing it. Sit up nice and tall. 1, 2, 111, and 7. Okay, now turn around, look, make sure you didn't hit any wrong notes. Alright. Okay, now, what I always tell my students is any start to a song and any end to a song, always memorize those measures, because did we play a lot better in time when we were all watching? Yes. So write it, measure 111, memorize and look up. That's what I tell my students, to memorize and look up. That measure 111, write that in. Okay, so memorize and look up. So whoever's conducting this march, if you memorize the start and the end of your songs, you'll be perfectly in time. French horns, can you give me more crescendo at 113? That'd be awesome. All right, 111. Everyone's in. Trumpets, a little bit more space. I got somebody playing just a hair too long. 111. Everyone's in. So where should all the eyes be? Up here, because we're not going to look down. 1, 2, set. Good. Let me hear low brass. 1, 2, low brass, set. At measure 113, if you have 1 and 2 and 1, bring that out. I know that we're missing 2 euphonium players, but play out nice and loud. Okay, now let me hear woodwinds, high woodwinds, upper woodwinds. 1 and 2 and ready and set. Good. Was there any crescendo clarinets? No. Let's try that again. And clarinets, put a little bit more space. Okay. 1, 2, set, and 3. Any crescendo? No. Okay, let's try that again. It's got to be a huge crescendo. The judges, are they going to be young or old? Old. You got to make these huge contrasts. You can't have this type of contrast because we're going to be like, yeah, I didn't hear anything. All right, once again, 111. If you're not playing, please don't talk. Thank you. 1, 2, 111, and 7. mind if you spread the tone a little bit, because I know you'll control it as we go. But make sure the crescendo is huge. Good. Altos. Let's see if you guys can crescendo. Oh, one. Altos. Sammy. Oh, 1, 2, set. Did you hear any crescendo? No. And when I heard you guys tongue, I heard dwa, 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 dwa. It's what I tell my players. You want to take target practice on every note. Every note has 3 parts to a note. You can come in above the note and go dia, or you can come in below the note and go da-yi, or you can hit it right in the center. Da, 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 and you want to take target practice with every note. Let's try that again, altos. Don't scoop the pitch, don't come in above. 1, 2, ready, and set. Good, much better that time, but I still heard no crescendo. So work on each note is twice as loud as the last note, okay? Let me hear trumpets. 111. Guys, the reason I give you time to not play is so you can kind of rest your chops, okay? And so you can not talk, that'd be awesome. Or make noises like that, Amanda. That'd be awesome. All right, let's take the trumpets. 1, 2, ready, and set. And what I liked is I saw all the eyes but one. Patrick, I won't let anyone know that you were looking up. It'll be our secret. Trumpets. When you guys play, make sure that you open up the back of the throat and the bottom of the note, the third part. You don't want to go over the edge of acceptability. Okay, so open up that back of the throat, back off your volume just a little bit, put a little bit more space. Okay, let's take everybody at 111, please. Everyone's busy? So where should all the eyes be? Here. Sorry, I don't have anything better to look at. 1, 2, 111, and set. Good, let me hear horns. 1, 2, ready, and set. Good, don't worry about that last note cracking it, that's okay, you'll get it. Crescendo more on those 8 notes, okay, because you're the only people with the movement along with the low brass. And we want to have a lot of movement. A little bit more space. Okay, now let's back it up. Let's start at measure 99. Everyone's in? 1, 2, 99, 2, lots of space.